let's talk about like the themes of the videos too, because as you mentioned before, you have like breakfast, lunch, dinner, chicken two, pasta la vista, Charles broccoli. And I remember, I don't know if I asked you
It's very
or
food based.
very food based. I remember I asked you or Casey, I don't remember who because it was so long ago, but when breakfast came out, I was like, why'd you guys call this breakfast? And the response was just because breakfast is awesome. Like that was it. Is that like your like mantra behind all this?
Well, it started with breakfast, and we just called it breakfast, and naturally we did lunch after that. And yeah, breakfast is awesome, but I don't know if that was necessarily our mantra going into it. But yeah, we were saying earlier that we did breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. Those four were cohesive, and then I believe we did breakfast 3, even though there's no breakfast 2, and then from then on we just went crazy. It was like wings, buffalo, ranch, pasta la vista, Charles broccoli, and I'm probably missing 1 or 2 in there. I wonder if any of the guys can even name all of the videos. Like start.
How many do you have? Do you have 12 complete?
Oh, he doesn't
I don't
know.
know. If John, are you there in the comments? I saw you. Made
Anybody
one comment.
in the chat wants to go check on the Black Bandit Media YouTube channel, let us know. But like they're themed pretty well. Like in breakfast, you're dressed up as a bacon, like pasta. You guys have the pasta, broccoli.
Oh, yeah.
There's a little broccoli in there. So you guys sprinkle the themes throughout the videos, which is cool. Like videos alone, just to have a theme of some sort. But the fact that it's so ridiculous that it's like all food based and food really doesn't really have anything to do with skating, it makes it that much better and that much more enjoyable to watch because you guys do a really great job of carrying the theme along throughout the videos. That really keeps you like glued to the screen,
Yeah, I love it. It's just easy for us too. It's like everybody, you just have an intro. It can be 10 seconds long. It can be 30 seconds long. It can be a minute long. Just make it whatever you want and then skate for a while. Like that's, but it's fun because people, we're always like, oh, my section's done, but I have to go shoot my intro. And then we'll get together and everyone will, it's just fun. It's like, you try a clip and it takes you like hours to get that clip. You're sweating and you're hurt and then you're like, all right, I'm gonna go shoot my intro. I'm gonna go home and like I poured a bowl of cereal down my pants and then Royale MacArthur Park rail. In my mind, I was like, oh, it's gonna be so funny and like fine and not weird. But all of the cereal went down one pant leg. It didn't escape my pants. It just like funneled into like my skate. So anyway, the intros are my favorite part, and sometimes they land, and sometimes they're not what you wanted, but whatever.
I don't think any of them didn't land ever. Did you like? Is it the same person that edits everything, or you guys edit each other's sections, or what? Because I know this is like with your sections, they're edited very similarly from video to video compared to the other sections. Like you'll have like your head bubble up for whatever reason, like randomly. I just noticed like themes with sections like yourself specifically that's different than everyone else's throughout the videos.
Yeah, we all do our own sections. Everyone picks their own songs and gets their own clips, and they all edit it. So everyone,
Everyone edits their own part.
yeah,
That's super
Wow.
unique. That I can't believe. I mean, maybe you did. I just missed it, but like that's not more known that you guys do that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're all like you said earlier. We all work in film, so we all like. Some of us like editing more at times. Some of us are like, no, I wanted to do it this way. I want it, and it's just easier for us to be like, you're in charge of your section. Like, just if you need help, we'll help you. But like, just yeah. I had so much fun last week when we were watching the videos because we all love the videos, but I don't watch them that often. So it's always like a fun reminder. And Mark Golombesky's section, he's been the homie since day one, but he didn't put out a section until like Pasta La Vista, I believe, which was in like 2018 or something. And he's an editing genius, and it was the funniest thing ever. I'm so happy that I was reminded of how sick that is. But yeah, that was fun because we all do our own sections, and he was new to the table kind of, so his style was so vivid, so focused on the edit actually, because I think he's the soul man because he just did souls the whole time.
That was the best. And that was like, I can't believe it took so long for somebody that concept to come to fruition for a skate video, like to use the Soul Man song. It is not all souls in the section though, but it's still really good. It's like, it's a genius concept. And you just laugh the entire time through the section because you're like, this is so fucking good. Is there part of a person in the crew who's like always the last person finished? Like there's always like that guy?
Fuck. It might be me.
I was going to say you.
I definitely would finish my section on the day of the premiere and like be exporting, like having to wake up early and like finish some edits and then export like as people were coming to the house.
So you were that guy.
But our premieres though, that's like 50% of the video is the party that we throw when we have.
Oh yeah, like.
Oh, enlighten that. I don't know about this.
I knew about these parties. I was actually, again, like adjacent to one of your parties. There was like a party going on, and I was like, "Oh, we got to go" or something. But it was when I first started like dating Corey. It was years ago, and it was at like the old LA house that you guys had, and it was like some huge, massive party with like a trampoline and all this other stuff involved. Maybe like, was there an inflatable pool? Something, I don't know. But it was this big, wild thing. It wasn't just like your chill watch party. It was like this big blow up thing, which was super sick. But I remember just going there, and we were there for like 5 minutes. And then like, I just started, it was early when I was dating Corey, and it was just like this huge wild blade thing. And she was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "What am I going to say?" And I guess so I left. A part of me would have loved to have just stayed, but it was like the early stages, and I wasn't really calling the shots like that in the relationship.
So
we didn't. I'm just kidding. No, so let's get into the parties, like and what's behind it, and like with the idea.
We did premieres ever since the beginning. Like our first premiere, Fate to Nothing 1, I think was in John Like's living room, and then Fate to Nothing 2, we did it at Drew Amato's house in the backyard, and there was only like maybe like 25 skaters, and then like 25, 30 just high school friends. So it was more than just like, oh, show off your skating to the skaters, but like also show off your filmmaking to your friends. So it started back then in Connecticut. And then when we moved to LA, all of our friends were filmmakers. So when we threw a premiere, it ended up being 50% filmmakers, 50% skaters. And that's also like why we like having such fun intros and adding comedy. It's like we're making a film. So yeah. And then we just go crazy, like we'll get a keg it's been a while since we've got a keg, but we'll just plan on it being a big party, and everyone gets super, super amped, and yeah, it's the best. I love it.
Are there any memorable premiere stories that you could talk about?
I don't know, man. I can't think of like one specific like enlightened moment, because it's just they go by so fast, we're like so excited, and it's just, but it's very cool to have a party with like 100 people there, and everyone's partying, but they know that we're going to stop at some point and watch a skate video. And most of them are like, what's that? What is a skate video? What does that even mean? So to have a party with that many people, and then, they're drinking and doing whatever for 2 hours, and then everybody stops and watches a video for 25 minutes, and then the party continues. It's just kind of cool to have that like intermission. I feel like that's a really rare thing at a party setting.